Hey everyone, welcome back to Not the Lair. In honor of April Fool's Day, I decided to do something a little different here. Although this isn't a joke, this is a game that I've been playing called Man of War Corsair. It's available on Steam. This is the original game from the box from the 90s that I still have. I love this game. It's my favorite Warhammer fantasy game. So we can go ahead and get set up. I'm playing the Empire. The Imperial ships typically have the cannons in the front of the ship. That's a Hellhammer that just fired. And if you've ever played the original game, you know the Hellhammers. The cannon is so big that it fires backwards. Actually shoots the ship backwards in recoil. So I'm the Empire. I'm going against four Nurgle ships. Think for Nurgle rot and stuff like that. So um, the thing with the Empire ships is most of their cannons are facing forward, which is really nice, actually, because the Bretonians, most of their cannons are facing, to the starboard or aft or to the bow, whatever, left and right on the ship. And so we are, so I'm able to close this and close our distance and actually shoot a lot of cannons at the enemy. I'm using one of the big ships, so I have cannons in all four directions. You can see in front of me, I've already damaged this Nurgle ship, the sails. You can see that they're that the red is filling up quite quickly, so he's in trouble already. I don't want to have them board me. You can board in this game, and then it basically becomes like a third person to fight. So that's my Amethyst Wizard. The Warhammer Wizard system is a little complicated to explain here, but as you can see, the Amethyst, it creates a ring of fire, and you can do a lot of damage. So they are shooting back the cannons back at me with the Nurgle rot. So I'm just gonna stay away, and I've told my guys to attack the big ship. And I got to worry about the war galley mostly. So I'm going to go ahead and turn over here and ow. So I need to worry about the war galley. He's the other ship that's kind of like a smaller version of me. The Hellhammers, when they fire, they go backwards, so they're a little harder to catch. Just by shooting, they'll stay out of the reach, and we just don't want to board these guys. The Nurgle rot and these Chaos guys are pretty difficult, and not something you want to attack head on like that. So my wizard's still firing off. To the left there is the anti-flyer. So you can have flyers like the Griffins and such, and the Griffin and the flyers can either protect you or they can actually attack other ships. Mine is, I have one somewhere. He's attacking somewhere, and you'll see, there he is right there. He's flying around. And so the anti-flyers, I always carry them, almost always, just because I don't look what the computer's bringing, because I kind of want to keep it like the original game. So we're go ahead and I'm just taking shots of opportunity here, while trying to stay away from the enemy, and also I'm trying to keep him away from the war galley there. So the controls are on Corsair a little bit, they're a little bit clunky, but it's not really all that hard. You just use the mouse to look around, use right to aim, like in this mode, and this is how I usually steer to, just because I can't see very well back here without through the sails. So and then you just have these arrow things. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed 4 with the pirate one, and you just basically battle it out. But in here, you're dealing with fantasy, a lot of fantasy elements. So the Dark Elves ride on. I'll have to do a video for them, because the Dark Elves ride sea monsters, which is kind of fun. I mean, I used to play them all the time. But so the orcs kind of ride rickety steam engine type things, so they have paddle wheels and stuff, so they can go against the wind. The dwarves even had submarines. They're kind of death traps, but they have iron armor most of the time, so they're a lot harder to kill. So at this point, I'm just trying to split their fleets as my Hellhammers continue to work on the big ship. My wizard is just kind of doing his thing. The wizard will go by himself. He'll just do his thing. So you can see the health bars above the ships go down every time we hit them, and you can see where on the ship we hit, kind of like the original game, because you can knock out cannons, knock out the sails, and then they can't go anywhere for a while. So you can see the Nurgle shots coming over the ship and stuff. So you can actually take control of like the wizard and the captain themselves. Here I was just messing around with it. I didn't actually mean to do it, and I didn't realize what I was doing. Then you can go back to the ship. You can talk to the entire fleet, and you can come up with a strat. You can set your AI up to have a strategy. So at this point, I'm just trying to whittle down their ability to fight. So like the ship I'm right now, I'm shooting at. He's slightly damaged. Some of his cannons are slightly damaged, but he still has sails. So here, I do not want to. I'm gonna turn left here. I don't want to engage this guy. So there we go. Since they got too close, I now can hurt both of them at the same time. There we go. So I didn't show the point selector part of this, but each little thing, each ship has its own point value. Adding the anti-flyer, the wizard, the flyer, a bunch of like long-range cannons, heavy armor and stuff like that. That all has point value. So you may even have, 1 or 2 ships versus 4 or 5 ships. It's very possible. So I'm just trying to keep away from them. Trying to keep them from boxing me in. This guy I don't think can move. Oh, I guess he can. So I'm gonna turn left to here again. So I told the rest of my fleet to take him out while I take on the big ship. So you can see I have half damage on two of my sets of cannons. So there's my war galley. He's still around, which is good. So a lot of this game is just positioning your ships to be in the best place, be able to shoot in multiple directions, and also staying out of the line of fire from your own ships because they can't hit you. And you don't really want to be hit by one of the hellhammers. They're slow on firing, but they do a lot of damage. So they're this guy's determined to go after my war galley. Yeah, we got him. We got him. He's down. As you can see, the Hellhammers can fire a long way. They just have that just one big cannon. That's the problem with them. And every time they fire, they'll go backwards. So I'm gonna try to keep this guy from taking out my war galley. Oh, nope, he's down. And that's it. That's all 4 ships. You can see we 4 of us survived. So if you have any questions about Man of War Corsair or Warhammer or anything like that, you can leave them down in the comments section below. And thanks for watching.